Myself Swati Yadav from BSc BA third year from Kautilya Women TT College. Today I'm going to teach about the topic antibody. This is the structure of antibody. As we can see in the diagram, there is an antigen binding site through which antigen used to bind with the antibody so that antigen antibody reaction can take place. The antigen antibody reaction is also known as agglutination. In this diagram, there is a light chain, a heavy chain, a carbohydrate group, a effector region, disulfide bond, and a hinge region are present. This is also the structure of antibody which is present in the NCRT. In this structure, we can clearly see the number of disulfide bond. Antibody are also known as immunoglobulin. They are glycoprotein in nature. It has 4 polypeptide chain, 2 heavy chain, 2 light chain. Therefore, this chain is represented as H2L2. Antibody can be of 5 types. They are classified on the basis of heavy chain. So there are 5 types of antibody: IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD, IgE. The number of IgG antibody in our body is maximum, that is 80%. The percentage of IgA antibody is 10 to 15%. The percentage of IgM antibody is 5 to 10%. The percentage of IgD antibody is 1%, and the percentage of IgE antibody is less than 1%. Gamma heavy chain is present in IgG antibody. Alpha heavy chain is present in IgA antibody. Mu heavy chain is present in IgM antibody. Delta heavy chain is present in IgD antibody. And epsilon heavy chain is present in IgE antibody. The number of disulfide bond between the heavy chain is 2. The number of disulfide bond between the light and the heavy chain is 2. The number of disulfide bond, the total number of the disulfide bond is 16. The total number of intramolecular disulfide bond is 12. The total number of intermolecular disulfide bond is 4. Antibody has vice-shaped structure made up of 4 polypeptide subunit. Each subunit has 2 identical light and 2 heavy chain. The N-terminus of each heavy chain form antigen binding domain with a light chain. There are 2 antigen binding domain forming the Y-shaped arm. They are known as fragment antigen binding FAB. The C-terminus of heavy chain form fragment crystallization FC domain with effector cell. Or we can say that Fc region is the tail region of an antibody that interact with cell surface receptor called Fc receptor and some protein of the complement system. This protein allow antibodies to activate the immune system. All 4 polypeptide subunits are held together by a disulfide and a non-covalent bond. The heavy chain contain 1 variable and 3 constant region. The light chain contain 1 variable and 1 constant region. Each antibody has 2 identical antigen binding site and they differ in antibodies. Type of antibodies. So the first antibody is IgG. Gamma heavy chain is present. Amount of this antibody is 80%, which is the maximum. It is the smallest antibody. It can cross across the placenta, responsible for the second immune response. Monovalent form में present होती है. They are present in the body. Number of paratop is 2. Most abundantly found antibody. IgG is divided into 4 subclasses: IgG1, IgG2, IgG3 and IgG4. IgG3 and IgG4 possesses the ability to cross the placenta. The function of IgG antibody is to provide immune power to human embryo and specific linkage with the phagocytic cell for the phagocytosis. IgA, second is IgA antibody. alpha heavy chain is present, and the percentage of this antibody is 10 to 15%. बाइवेलेंट फॉर्म में प्रेजेंट होती है. द नंबर ऑफ पैराटॉप इज 4, present in body secretion like colostrum, saliva, mucus, etc. These are the primary antibody present in the colostrum. IgA protects an infant gastrointestinal tract from microbial activity. IgA divided into two subclasses, IgA1 and IgA2. It provides first line of defense against pathogen and limits inflammation, protection of mucous membrane and outer surface of the body, and protection from inhaled ingested pathogen. The third is IgM antibody. Mu heavy chain is present. The percentage of this antibody in our human body is 5 to 10%. It is the largest and the heaviest antibody. They are present in the serum or blood plasma and the surface of B lymphocyte. Present in pentameric form, so the number of paratop will be 10. Oldest and the first antibody generated in the response to antigen. It is involved in agglutination and opsonization produced during first immune response. IgD. The fourth type of antibody is IgD. Delta heavy chain is present. The amount is equal to 1%. Present in the monovalent form. Number of paratop will be 2. Present on the surface of B lymphocyte. It involved in the production of antibody by B cell. It acts as a receptor on B cell surface and participate in the B cell activation and the differentiation. The last one is IgE antibody. F silent heavy chain is present. The amount is less than 1%. Monovalent form में present होती है. Responsible for allergy. Present in very small quantity. Show specific linkage with mast cell and the basophil. Thank you so much. That's all about antibody.